is specifically designed for people who have chronic back pain. An enormous amount of people have chronic back problems that they're convinced they need to live with for the rest of their lives. But a very simple yoga practice can relieve that pain, strengthen your back, and move you into a pain-free situation. The practice of yoga can relieve back pain that you may have experienced for years. The first practice in this program is designed to free you from pain. The movements are very slow, but I want you to link them with the breath. The breath is the most important part. If there's a day where you don't feel that you can really handle the movements, just put the tape on, just put the DVD on, and do the breathing. It really will help. A lot of back pain comes from stress. The way that we undo the stress is we do a very slow breathing process. That alone is going to help to release the grip of the pain. In the very first program, we will learn how to undo the pain, undo the stress of the back with some very simple movements linked with breathing. After you've become completely comfortable with the first practice, move on to the second, because we will create the muscle structure so that you will remain pain-free. In the third practice, we go even further so that you really do get a strong back, maybe a stronger back than you've ever had. The more that you can do this practice, the more quickly you will move from being in pain to being out of pain. Consistency really does count here.
Hi, I'm Marlon. Welcome back to the second part of our two-part series that is concerned with your back problems. We've gone in the first part and relaxed the back, and now, after we've done that for a comfortable period of time, we're ready to strengthen the back. Most of the back pain that you experience happens because the disc that is like a soft, pillowy mattress placed between each vertebrae slides out of place. A slip disc means that it has moved. A herniated disc or a ruptured disc is even more painful. What happens is that when that little pillow that is the disc moves, the two pieces of bone touch each other. And because that part of the spine has so very many nerve endings, when the bone touches, then you feel a painful sensation. So what we want to do is to move the pillow back into place, move that disc where it is evenly between the vertebrae, and create the muscle structure that will hold it there. Many of you have had chiropractic adjustments, and afterwards you feel, wow, yes, I'm really in alignment now, only to find that after a short period of time, you're in the same shape that you were before. And that is precisely because you don't have the muscular structure to hold the disc in place. It's helpful if you look at your sitting and standing posture throughout the day, have a decently firm mattress to sleep on, because this practice will help strengthen you. But you have to look at all the other things that you're doing with your back and fine-tune those as well. And the totality of that will bring a healthy and pain-free back to your life. So let's start with some very simple strengthening exercises. We're going to do bridge posture. So please come onto your back with the knees in the air and the feet hip distance apart. Notice that the outsides of the feet are parallel and they're right in front of my knees. And my hands are palm face down by my side. Take the feet in just a little bit so the shins are almost completely vertical. And on the inhale, Roll through the spine and lift the tailbone up, lift the heels up. Bring the back off the ground. Exhale, rolling each vertebrae in sequence into the ground. That means the smaller the back comes down before the hips and the pelvic tilt relaxes. Let's do that on the breath with our arms. Inhaling, the arms come up. At the top of the inhale, you're at your highest point and the backs of the hands just touch the ground behind you. Exhale, rolling each vertebrae into the ground. Press behind the navel into the ground and then the hips. Let the pelvic tilt relax. So tipping here, I'm pressing the small of the back into the ground as I come up. Chest comes way up. Exhale. And let's add a little relaxation between each pose. So, inhaling up. Exhaling down. Let's do 8 of these. Moving on a slow, soft Ujjayi breathing. And just concentrating on laying your back on the ground like a zipper. Good, collarbones are wide here. Reach the hips, reach the top of the thighs. The knees actually pull away from you here. Smooth breath. And once more. Good. And then inhaling. Be sure to place the feet properly. Let the arms come behind you. And let's just hold the posture here. If you need to take a break after a few breaths, that's all right. Soon you'll be strong enough to hold this. If this is very easy for you, you may bring the hands underneath you, intertwine the fingers, and roll the shoulders under you so the chest comes way up. Don't let the knees come out to the side. Keep them straight on. Press into the feet. Breathe smoothly through. And exhale, roll down. Bring the knees in the chest. Okay, so coming up and turning over. Belly into the ground. Let's go this way. Okay. Now, very precise placement here. The elbows are directly under your shoulders, and your middle finger is right in front of that elbow. Very simply, the only thing I want you to do is raise the sternum, raise the chest, and push the navel toward the ground. Good. Feel that you're growing out of the crown of your head. Just a little bit of stretching, a little bit of strengthening at the very lowest part of your back. And release. Good. Move the elbows forward. Press the palms in the ground, and now lift the elbows away. Let the head come down so the back of the neck is soft. And again, press the navel toward the ground as you lift the chest away from it, creating some space between the vertebrae. And release. Okay, let the chin come into the ground and the hands behind you, palms face down. Take the ankles together, and on the inhale, raise the back. Good. Careful not to kink the neck. Keep looking down into the ground. Point the toes and pull them away. Pull the crown of the head in the opposite direction and pull the fingertips away, completely lengthening the spine as much as you can. Breathe smoothly through. And relax. Bring your face down to one side. Take a full breath here. And then moving on, either continue to do that same asana or inhaling, ankles together, let the hands come forward. Exhale, hands come down, face looks away. Inhale. And exhale. Moving on the breath and keeping that breath long and smooth. And one last time. And relax. Take a long, smooth breath or two here. Let's press back into child's pose. One of the most relaxing postures that you can do for your back. Try and bring the seat onto the heels and the forehead on the ground. If you're not able to do that, you may hold yourself here. Anytime your back is in deep distress, this is a very relaxing position to come into. And inhaling, coming forward again. And onto the belly. Let's take the hands behind us. Take the ankles together. And this time on the inhale, raise the feet, raise the legs, point the toes away. Let the face come to the other side and continue. Good. It's these small, controlled movements that will really help keep your spine in alignment. Now, let's bring the hands forward and the feet back. Being careful to stretch intensely in all directions. Let the fingertips come forward. Crown of the head pulls forward and the toes point back on the inhale. Raise the hands and feet. Very important that you don't hold the breath here. Keep breathing long, smooth breaths. Take a break if you need to, and come on right back to the practice. Exhale, relax, and sit back into child's pose. Inhaling, come forward again, and onto the belly. This time, chin in the ground. Hold the feet from the inside, right around the ball of the foot. On the inhale, raise the feet, raise the hands. Just let the head hang. Stretch the toes and hands as far up as you can. Into bow pose. Remember, long, smooth breath. With each inhale, come just a little bit higher. And one more time. Relax. And come back to child's pose. You may also do it with the hands and back. If you need to, you can wedge a pillow right here to help you sit down. And inhale, come on up. Good, okay. So, let's work on moving our spine into a twist. They are both strengthening and relaxing. Your spine is meant to move in 6 directions: forward and backward, side to side, and laterally each way. So, coming into a cross-legged position, very simply, cross the right hand over to the outside of the left thigh. Bring the other arm behind you. It's essential that the crown of the head stay directly over the tailbone. So, only go as far as you can. Keep lifting in the chest as you exhale and twist around. Gently let the chin follow. Also bring the eyeballs all the way around. Strengthening the eyes while we're at it. Long, smooth breath. Keep lifting in the spine and twisting in the spine. Inhale, come back around. Let's try the other side. You need a good strong grip here. Use the strength of this arm to help you move around, moving on the exhale. Long, smooth breath. You'll be breathing mostly out of one lung in these twists. Inhale, come back around. Let's do a little bit more complicated twist by bringing the left knee in front. Here's where they start to get like pretzels. And the right foot over. Bring the right elbow on the inside and let the hand rest down on the foot, or if you like, right here. Bring the other arm around. Same thing. Spine as erect as possible. Use the leverage of the elbow against the knee, which is as vertical as possible, to twist your way around. Eventually, you'll be able to lift, put the right arm through, clasp the opposite wrist, and twist that way. The front foot is flat on the ground. Okay. And then legs in the same position. Cross the opposite elbow over. To do that, lean way in. You want to get as much of the back of your arm against the outside of that knee and top of the thigh as possible. Let the hand come down onto the hip. Bring the other arm around. Same thing. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, twist. Inhale, come back around. An option for you is to hook the hand around the foot and twist from there. Okay. Don't worry if you can't go that far into these postures yet. That really will come with time. Right knee comes down. Left foot crosses over. Left elbow on the inside. Inhale and reach. Inhale. And exhale, other side. Inhaling, slowly come back around. Okay. Now, we're going to go into our usual Shavasana, but we're going to do that in a different way today. What I'd like you to do is to take a yoga mat if you have one. If not, roll up a blanket or a towel. But it should be firm and about this length. And take that onto the ground behind you and lie back on it so that just your head and neck comes off the edge of it. The arms are out to the side. Immediately you will feel that the shoulders just peel away. It's just a little bit of balancing needed to stay there. But let your back relax. This position pushes the spine inward and opens up the rib cage. Presses the heart upward. And just relax here 5, 10, even 15 minutes. Another option is to take the same mat crosswise and put it right at the level of your shoulder blades. Let the arms come out to the side and let the shoulders roll open that way. This is best if you're very round shouldered. You can even use a bigger bolster. And as you lie here, just follow the breath as it rotates around the spine. Inhaling, drawing up the back of the spine to the crown of the head. And exhaling down the front of the spine. Just keep the mind on that one-point meditation, just a one-point focus of the breath. Relax, let the eyeballs sink back into the skull. Let the jaw just hang slightly and the tongue lull in the throat. When you're ready to come out of it, roll onto the right side. And use your hands to push yourself up out of the position. I hope this practice has helped you. I'm Marlon, and this has been Yoga Time. Namaste.